bring it in. The July 4th sale at Furniture Row has been extended. I want to see some hustle out there. Because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every 1,000 you spend. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic mattresses and get a $300 gift. Plus, get 5 years no interest financing. Who's got the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed? Furniture Row! All right, let's see some fireworks out there. That's just a metaphor. But hurry, the extended July 4th sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
When you need skilled health services at home, contact Iris Home Health Services. Skilled care covered by Medicaid, Medicare, HMO, and most private plans.
For superior in-home quality care, call us at Iris Home Health Services.
You want it all just like I do? Well, now there's a new way to save with Xfinity.
Get Xfinity Internet with unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free streaming box with your favorite entertainment. All for just $50 a month with a 2-year rate guarantee and no annual contract required. Switching has never been easier. It's risk-free, and you get all the Wi-Fi power your family needs.
Get an incredible value on unlimited internet and free streaming. Switch today. Delightful deals. Pay less on carpet, hardwood, waterproof floors. In stock, in style, incredible. Flooring Depot. We've got the deals.
Now, your forecast first. Sponsored by Sherman's Warehouse Clearance Center. Open 7 days a week in Peoria Heights. See the savings at Sherman'sClearance.com.
Good evening, I'm your local weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Cloudy skies, a few rain showers now redeveloping across the region. It's 76 in Peoria. Overcast view here in Talbot, the Brave Law Center camp. Some very heavy rain earlier this evening in LaSalle, Livingston counties. Now the next round of rain beginning to develop, and that's going to become more widespread as the night goes on. Temps now mainly into the 70s. We'll be dealing with periods of heavy rain overnight. We'll have that full forecast coming up. WYZZ News at 9:30 starts now.
Tonight at 9:30, an ambulance makes its way to the other side of the world to help those in need in Ukraine. We'll let you know how it all happened. Also, a very strange TikTok trend is causing local theaters to be on alert. We speak with the employees that have experienced that trend firsthand. First tonight, in the Twin Cities, local fire departments are seeing significant increases in mental health-related calls. Our Austin Sheikh shows us what firefighters say might be causing that issue.
Bloomington firefighters have seen increased volume in behavioral health calls in 2021.
We got some data for the last 4 years, and it shows about a 43% increase overall in mental health transports.
At the Bloomington Fire Department, that includes a 13% increase from 2020 to 2021, or 860 calls in 2020, around 890 mental health calls in 2021.
June and July were the highest overall averages for those 4 years, with post-holiday months being
not me, her.
Paramedics generally respond first to these calls and take someone to the emergency room, but also work with police, PATH, Crisis Center, and the health department in treating mental health issues.
The idea for us is to meet with our other agencies that work with mental health patients and meet those folks where they are and to get them connected to the resources that they need.
Mental health calls can range from someone feeling generally depressed to someone attempting suicide.
By the time somebody calls EMS, it's usually a violent situation or someone's tried to hurt themselves.
The Normal Fire Department seeing a similar uptick.
A lot of it has to do with the availability of psychiatrists and mental health workers in the area, mental health beds.
BFD and NFD firefighters and paramedics are trained in mental health response. In Bloomington Normal, I'm Austin Schick.
From our Capitol Newsroom now, the Republican candidate for Governor Darren Bailey is calling for a special legislative session to take action on violent crime and mental health issues. Again, State Senator Bailey says more gun restrictions are not the answer when it comes to tackling violent crime. He also says it's a mental health issue. Bailey is calling for a special legislative session to identify the gaps those tormented people are falling through, he says, and find solutions. He's also calling to repeal the Safety Act in order to focus on the Illinois Firearm Restraining Order Act of 2018, similar to red flag laws, which he says could have prevented the Highland Park mass shooting that happened on the 4th of July. Bailey places the blame squarely on Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Let's be clear. Governor Pritzker, this happened on your watch. You've got more gun control than almost anywhere else in America. Our problems are more complex than just more restrictive gun laws on law-abiding citizens.
And Governor Pritzker is responding to Bailey's news conference at the state capitol today. He says Bailey is lying about his own history of opposing mental health funding and the Firearms Restraining Act. He says Bailey has voted against additional funding for mental health services over and over again. He voted against appropriating historic amounts of funding for critical gun violence prevention, public safety, and mental health programs. Technology upgrades could soon be on the way to the Peoria Emergency Communications Center. $2 million in federal grant funding has been requested to improve the city's computer-aided dispatch and records management system. Leaders with the Peoria Emergency Communications Center say both systems are outdated and in desperate need of improvements. The computer-aided dispatch system is what dispatchers use to enter calls and send out information to first responders. By upgrading the technology, Communications Center Director Brandon Blaney says it means better safety for all of Peoria County.
It should just be a little better service. It'll be information for all of our first responders, so when they get there, they know exactly what they're getting into, and they know to make sure that they have, whether it's an extra officer or the proper response comes from the fire department.
Congressman Darren LaHood, who requested the funding, says he hopes to have that money to Peoria within the next 9 months. He says the funding must be passed through the full House and Senate, and he's optimistic about that happening. Now, LaSalle County man has been charged with a felony for filing a false police report. The LaSalle and Marshall County Sheriff's Offices arrested this man on your screen, 24-year-old Brandon Lee Johnson. This comes after a report of a stolen pickup truck involved in a crash in Toluca between a car and a train. The driver took off. Ultimately, investigators found the truck was not stolen as it had been reported. LaSalle County charged Johnson with a class 4 felony for filing the false police report. In Marshall County, he's facing 3 additional property damage and traffic charges. Johnson has posted bail in Marshall County. Again, from our Capitol Newsroom, there's been an uptick in threats towards judges at all levels in the state, and now there's a new committee designed to help increase security for the judicial branch. The Illinois Supreme Court announced that today. It'll be led by the Marshal of the Supreme Court and made up of judges from across the state.
Just recently here, we've had up to 32% increase of threats on judges in Illinois. So this is not just the Supremes and the appellate justices, this is all judiciary members.
The top priority for the committee is assessing security risks and making sure courtrooms are equipped to keep people safe. Well, take a look here from central Illinois all the way to Europe. An El Paso ambulance made its way to Ukraine just this morning. The El Paso Emergency Squad sending one of their ambulances and other supplies to help those that have been suffering in Ukraine. Our own Nina McFarland had the chance to speak to the people who made that urgent happen. She's live in the studio. Nina.
Shelby Ice, V37, taking a 2-month journey across the world. Now the ambulance starting in El Paso, then Baltimore, then shipped to Germany before reaching its final destination to Ukraine. It's a story that's making us Central Illinois proud. Take a look. An El Paso ambulance made its way to Ukraine Thursday morning.
When the Ukrainian embassy finally came out and picked it up, it was full. It was full of things that we hope that they'll put to good use.
This ambulance traveling to Baltimore, Germany, and Poland before its final destination to Ukraine. But how was the El Paso Emergency Squad able to pull this off?
There's a gentleman from Peoria that's working on this project of sending gently used ambulances to Ukraine. Would you guys like to participate? And if so, can we donate one Victor 37? It passed unanimously.
And how were they able to afford to donate an ambulance?
We have the opportunity that every year we're either adding or replacing an ambulance. We actually had a spare ambulance, and we could have turned around and sold it.
but the reality of it is the greater good is to give it to someone who needs it.
But IV-37 wasn't alone.
The supplies came from our community.
During EMS week in May, the El Paso Emergency Squad sent a notice out to the community asking for donations to put inside the ambulance.
Congerville donated a cardiac monitor. Several agencies
Screw
had
this up, I'm getting another
ladies
shoe.
here in town making quilts. To see that ambulance finally delivered and to see pictures of the people that are going to be using it in the same avenue that we used it, but truly in a war zone where it's needed most of all, is certainly
What are you doing, Stanky?
Now they say IV-37 was also traveling from the stations in Ohio. 5 other stations have donated ambulances to Ukraine as well. Shelby?
All right, great to see that. Thank you so much, Nina. Well, switching gears now, a new TikTok trend has movie theater chains buckling down on a no-nonsense rule. Take a look here. The kid-based Universal Pictures film Minions: The Rise of Gru came out last week, but now we're finding a lot of teenagers and young adults are dressing up in suits.
What are you guys doing, girl doing?
Very rowdy about it as well. Now, many theaters have started kicking out attendants who are too loud in the theater due to that trend. One theater in Peoria actually has experienced the phenomenon firsthand.
And I've seen a lot of people come in here, they're dressed with suits on, and they have masks. Even one kid came in with like a bowl cat dressed as Gru. Yeah, and then I've seen their TikToks from here on TikTok. So it's been a little crazy.
And at Willow Knolls 14, people are allowed to dress up as they choose to do so, but that employee that we were just talking to says they're allowed to do that as long as they're being respectful during the film.
Well, scattered showers redeveloping across central Illinois. Take a look at Viper radar. Let you know just how much rain you can expect for tonight and tomorrow. Your forecast coming up next.
You're
watching WYZZ News at 9:30 with Shelby Roberts, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WYZZ News at 9:30. Welcome to the main event at the Peoria Zoo. Get your membership today at PeoriaZoo.org.
Slow down, they say. You're getting older. Relax. Relax. You've got places to go and people to see. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible, to keep you going, to reach your goals. No matter what they are, we are here to support you. Maybe you'll slow down someday, but not today. OSF Healthcare. Your life, our mission.
At Menards, we've got everything. Supplies, tools, power, accessories, and all the extras to get you ready. Ready for fun, ready for friends, and ready for family. Get ready for summer with Menards. Pick up this 36-inch flat iron griddle, just $399.69 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Are you on Medicaid and in need of bladder control and incontinence products? Then stay tuned for a free offer from Active Style. At Active Style, we understand your needs and offer convenient home delivery of incontinence products for children and adults. And they may be available
Right, thank you.
if you're Medicaid eligible.
Thank you.
Super absorbent cord
Are you
that
okay,
blocks away
thank
wetness
you?
to keep you dry.
If you're on Medicaid, call now for your free sample.
Come alive for me. Come alive for me.
Really, Brownie? Really, Brownie?
On the Stormtracker camera
Brownie?
network, sponsored by Able Monument Company.
How did you get up there, Brownie?
Trust the people with a combined 90 years of experience.
Brownie?
Our caring staff will help you understand what you need to get your car looking new again.
Brownie?
At CarStar, you can relax. We'll take it from here.
Constipated. Feeling weighed down by a backed up gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body to unblock your gut. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
Really, Brownie?
This portion of WYZZ
KZZ News is sponsored in part by the East Peoria Farmers Market. Now, your local weather authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates.
Welcome back. A few showers beginning to pop back up across the region. Nice view on the Brave Law Center camera this evening. We've been keeping an eye on some lingering...
Brownie, get out of there!
Very bad in LaSalle and Livingston counties earlier. That's all pretty much tapered off just right near Pontiac. But additional little showers popping up immediately west of 39. But we've had anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of rain in extreme northwestern parts of Livingston County, parts of LaSalle and Marshall counties as well. This did trigger a flood advisory between Long Point and Cornell early this evening. Again, radar estimating about 3 to 4 inches of rain there. Viper radar also tracking out some lighter rain showers through Fulton County and Mason County. This is all just the start of what's expected to be a really good round of moderate to heavy rain a little later tonight. In fact, we're starting to see those thunderstorms developing out near St. Joseph, Missouri. They're in the vicinity of this war front that is expected to continue to lift its way slightly to the north and east tonight, and we're going to see thunderstorm development as a result of what we call a low-level jet stream. It's a tube of fast-moving air sitting a couple thousand feet off the ground. All that warm, humid air is being lifted up and over this warm front, and of course, as soon as we get rising air, that's where you get the clouds and the thunderstorms. That process is going to continue tonight, and we're going to see that heavy rain falling pretty much in the same spots that picked up heavy rain last night early this morning. So they've gone ahead, the National Weather Service, and issued a moderate risk for some flash flooding across far western Illinois. This does include parts of Schuyler, McDonough, Fulton, and Mason counties. There's a low potential for some flash flooding as you get along and north of Interstate 74. The rainfall amounts are going to be a little bit lighter up here. Well, we picked up a good 1 to 2 inches of rain in Fulton and Mason counties earlier this morning. Ground's already saturated. It can only hold another inch or two before we start to see some flood. And so that's why we have a flash, or at least a flood watch in place across that area. Now, as we go through tonight, notice
really think about
really beginning to blossom. A lot of this is going to be focused along and south of Interstate 74. Probably not a whole lot out here aside from just a stray shower. May not move very much, but they'll be a little bit more isolated as you get further north towards Interstate 80. Lows tonight down into the low to mid-70s, picking up where we left off on Future Track 4 tomorrow. Rain continues to clear from west to east. We'll get another little round of rain showers popping up in the afternoon before all that drops its way south. A nice, cool, dry northeasterly breeze starts to build in the afternoon, and then things will start to dry out.
Yeah, you want to go
in
back?
terms of rainfall potential, I think Peoria's going to finish close
Brown,
to
you want to go back?
but the amounts can really ramp
You want to go back in the cave?
with some
Yeah, you want to go back in?